This video, I'm going to be talking about like a long sequence of how to effectively and accurately target cancer to eradicate it.
Get away from me, you cancerous abomination!
The lipid transport.
You can't escape. I am the disease.
Macadamia nuts have a
Sub-zero, cryofrost,
that actually,
activate.
Help enhance these things called Chylomicrons. That the Chylomicrons
This isn't
are
over.
needed to efficiently deliver fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, E, and K to immune cells and stromal cells. So if the chylomicrons aren't working, then the fat-soluble vitamins won't be delivered. Macadamia nuts are rich in oleic acid and profiles, and this actually avoids CD36 inflammatory signaling. So as a result of the fat being absorbed, the vitamin D receptor works, so VDR for short. The vitamin D receptor is a zinc finger nuclear receptor. So basically this means that zinc won't work if the vitamin D receptor is not working, or if it's not stimulated.
This is not a war we can avoid.
Zinc,
locking onto target.
With
Target acquired.
And vitamin
Time
D,
to freeze it.
Fire in the hole.
At oncogenic promoters
Mission complete.
will close.
Let's
So
go.
that means that if the chromatin is closed and the DNA is inside of the chromatin, that oncogenes won't work. If oncogenes aren't working, then cancer cells won't work, or at least will be
Get over here!
This will only work if the chromatin is closed. Now, if the chromatin is opened, then that means that the cancer cells will flourish because the oncogenic promoters are working. Cytotoxic lymphocyte maturation and reduced pro-tumor NF-κB tone. So basically, NF-κB is it's an inflammatory mediator to have to survive. Also, the macadamia
Are
nuts have
lipoprotein
arginine,
particles that transport
and this
dietary fats.
counters
They carry
arginine depletion
triglycerides from the
by
intestines.
tumor
This nut
arginins.
is pure
Because
energy,
in the
and it
tumor-
tastes like
the
victory.
tumor
Arginine
microenvironment
supports nitric
actually
oxide
hogs
production,
arginine for
improving blood
energy,
flow. These nutrients
and
work together
that
for
can be
optimal health.
replenished with macadamia nuts. As a result of the arginine replenishment, this preserves nitric oxide production in T cells and macrophages. A good way to open chromatin is with sulforaphane, which is in vegetables like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, kale. Sulforaphane
Immune
is
cells are the body's frontline defenders, constantly patrolling, identifying threats, and launching targeted attacks. Among them, specialized forces like T cells and coordinate precision
to
strikes.
relax,
When
but
pathogens
not
hijack the system, immune
indiscriminately.
cells are captured.
And this biases
recognition,
transcription
destruction,
toward
destruction. With the threat
antioxidant
disrupted,
genes
surveillance resumes until
and
the
cytotoxic effector genes when immune activation signals are present. So that pretty much means that with the chromatin opening, the transcription factors for antioxidant genes are working. Because if they're not working, then the antioxidant genes won't work, and then there's going to be a lot more reactive oxygen species.
Get over
So
here!
the goal of having cruciferous vegetables is to reduce those reactive oxygen species. Basically, sulforaphane doesn't activate oncogenes. It actually, oncogenes require growth factor signaling and RAS, which is like technical jargon. But in immune cells, sulforaphane actually enhances granzyme B and perforin. So immune cell attaches to the cancer cell with perforin, and then in the perforin, the granzyme B goes in through the perforin, and then
cancer metastasis
apoptosis
occurs
in
when
the
malignant
cancer
cells
cell.
break away from the primary
Also,
tumor, travel through
sulforaphane
blood or lymph
also,
systems, and form new tumors.
enhances
This spread makes treatment far more
antigen
difficult and
processing
increases
machinery.
mortality.
So basically, that means that antigen presentation is working. That's working, then the immune cell can see the cancer cell. Because if antigen presentation isn't working, then the immune cell won't be able to see the cancer cell, and the cancer cell will actually escape immune surveillance. Another piece here is vitamin B6, which helps magnesium work, which will help help with metal handling, which will increase mitochondrial ATP. Magnesium is required for ATP synthase, DNA signaling through AMPK and mTOR balance. This stabilizes the DNA-protein interactions for transcription fidelity. Vitamin B6 enables amino acid metabolism and heme synthesis. So heme synthesis is another word for iron synthesis. So copper and iron transport enables the proper handling of functional ETC complexes.
Senescent cells are damaged cells that stop dividing, but don't clearing them may slow and prevent
that tumors. So basically, B6 enables heme synthesis that enables copper and iron transport. Because if vitamin B6 is missing, the iron will actually get sequestered in macrophages that the tumors exploit. If the iron is sequestered, that means that the mitochondria will not work, because the mitochondria has to have iron to work. The iron is sequestered in macrophage, then the mitochondria is not going to have the iron that it needs, which means that the mitochondria will not make ATP. If there is no ATP, then immune cells won't work, because immune cells need ATP to function. Immune cells are a high energy demanding cell, and without enough energy they can't attack the cancer. Another piece here is vitamin A and vitamin B12, which is redox control for immune signaling. So vitamin A, or another way to say it is nucleic acid, enhances antigen presentation and immune cell homing. Again, antigen presentation is
this is not a war. It's extermination. I will end this. Cryomancy.
So vitamin A is in sweet
let's
potatoes.
finish it.
You can find vitamin A in carrots,
Metastasis.
which is one of my favorites.
We are the cure.
Vitamin A also supports Calreticulin, basically CRT for short. CRT is on the cancer cell, the CD91 on the bind onto the CRT on the cancer cell, and then promote apoptosis or phagocytosis. And then vitamin B12 maintains methylation balance, which supports results of vitamin B12 making glutathione work. This makes cysteine thiol integrity work. What cysteine does, cysteine thiols or residues does, is that it weakens microbial and tumor-associated biofilms, improves immune penetration. As a result of cysteine weakening the biofilm, the immune cells can actually attack the cancer cell. Alright, and then the next piece is eat signal for phagocytosis, which can actually be enhanced by oranges, because oranges has vitamin C. This promotes the translocation of calreticulin, or CRT for short, on the tumor surface, so that the CRT goes to the tumor surface instead of hiding inside the tumor. Because if the CRT is hiding in the tumor, then the CD91 on the macrophage can't bind onto the CRT. If the CD91 can't do this, then the macrophage can't make the tumor promote phagocytosis, which is the immune cell engulfing the tumor. So the only way for that to work is for the CD91 on the macrophage to bind on the CRT on the tumor. The CRT has to be on the surface of the tumor. So the CRT might be hiding in the tumor. So this is where oranges helps, because oranges has vitamin C and flavonoids. Piece is ginger for innate immune recalibration. Ginger has gingerols and shogols. This blocks toll-like receptor overactivation on MAC. The result that this reduces immune exhaustion and better antigen presentation. Because if toll-like receptor is overactivated by, let's say gluten creates lipopolysaccharides that actually overactivates toll-like receptor 4. This means that the immune cell won't be able to see the cancer cell, and then the immune cell can't attack the cancer cell. So in order to block this, the ginger blocks the overactivation of toll-like receptor 4 so that the immune cell can see the cancer cell. Piece is a capsaicin, which is in like chili, red chili. This actually starves tumors of
brown fat, nature's hidden predator. It steals glucose and nutrition away from cancer tumors, redirecting energy to burn. Nutrient robbing, starving the enemy from within. When metabolism fights back, cancer loses.
And the glucose away from tumors so that the tumor can't grow, because cancer tumors need glucose to grow. Next piece is resveratrol. Resveratrol activates SIRT1. SIRT1 activates PGC1A, which actually enhances mitochondria. If a mitochondria is enhanced, then this creates more ATP for immune cells, because immune cells need ATP to work.
PGC1A, a master regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis. It suppresses CD36, a fatty acid transporter exploited by tumors for energy. But alone, even the ultimate hunter cannot stop CD36 return. Then let's boost PGC1A. Activation of PGC1A inhibits CD36
reduced
expression.
Reliance on CD36, and blunted oxidized LDL inflammatory signaling. Next piece is a bromelain, which is needed for physical access to the tumor. So bromelain cleaves CD44, CD62L. This allows the immune cell to physically access the tumor so that the immune cell can attack the tumor. So bromelain, which is in pineapple, improves immune cell trafficking and tumor microenvironment filtration. Reduced physical immune if the tumor microenvironment is opened, then the immune cell can go in.
Astaxanthin, nature's most powerful antioxidant. It protects immune cells by neutralizing oxidative stress during cytokine storms. Derived from salmon, it integrates directly into cell walls, enhancing resilience. With astaxanthin, your immune defense goes super safe.
Now, immune cells can use astaxanthin as a shield to protect from a tumor-derived cytokine attack. You can find astaxanthin in salmon, which you can find at the store. Next piece is arginine.
Lipoprotein particles that transport dietary fats. They carry triglycerides from the intestines. This nut is pure energy, and it tastes like victory. Arginine supports nitric oxide production, improving blood flow. These nutrients work together for optimal health.
Nitric oxide also enhances calreticulin exposure.
This tumor's hiding CRT deep inside.
CRT
Let me handle this.
The CRT is in the tumor.
There it
or
is.
In the cancer
Gotcha.
cell. And,
CD91,
nitric
activate.
Oxide brings the CRT
Phagocytosis
out to the
begins. Net deployed.
Of the tumor instead of hiding.
Mission complete.
This way, the CD91 on the immune cell can bind to the CRT and promote phagocytosis. So recap, the chromatin is opens with sulforaphane, like in Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, broccoli. High mitochondrial ATP in immune cells, oranges. CRT, which is short for calreticulin, on cancer cells, is exposed, and then the CD91 on macrophages binds onto the CRT to promote phagocytosis. Improved antigen presentation by reducing toll-like receptor 4 activation that are exposed on macrophages. Toll-like receptor activation is activated by lipopolysaccharides. So to block that activation, use ginger. Recap: reduced CD36 oxidized LDL inflammatory. Recap piece is enhanced immune infiltration with the bromelain, cleaving of CD44-62L, which is you can find in pineapple. Metabolic starvation of tumors with brown fat, and then arginine from macadamia nuts to boost nitric oxide mediated tumor stress. So nitric oxide attacks the tumor. Nitric oxide also enhances calreticulin exposure of CRT on the outside of the tumor instead of calreticulin CRT hiding inside of the tumor. Because if that calreticulin is hiding in the tumor, then the CD91 on the macrophage can't bind onto the tumor. To subscribe, leave a like,